But Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham interface? But bro, where's the banjo?
What is going on, everybody? We are here, as I burp, in our first ever live show. We will do the rundown here in just a little bit, all right? But first off, I got to tell you what we are about. We are Legal Ham to the Face. We talk all Cleveland sports and food here in the Cleveland area and just food in general. Once a month, we go do a live show at local establishments, mostly bars and sports bars here in Cleveland, showcase food and how this city likes to roll during a wonderful Brown season getting ready to come up. I'm going to bring in my co-host, Big Bry. And there he is. Big Bry, what's going on, brother?
Gentlemen, how we doing?
And behind the scenes, we have my cousin Vinny because Vinny, get in the picture. Come on. I know you don't want to. There he is. Vinny's over here producing everything behind the scenes for us.
Good morning, everybody.
I want to thank everybody for joining us right now. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all at Legal Ham to the Face, okay? We need some likes and subscribes on YouTube because I kind of want to get that Legal Ham name locked in on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube, just click that subscribe button. We'll be good to go. And, Bri, I got to get out our sponsor. You ready, bud?
Go for it.
All right, so our sponsor for Legal Ham to the Face is the American Pool Players Association, the APA. That is the largest amateur pool league and, well, just largest everywhere. They have 250,000 members in the U.S., Canada, and Japan, and it awards nearly $2 million in prize money every year during the APA Championships in Las Vegas, which is happening here in about, a couple weeks there, Vinny? I think it is.
I believe that's true, yeah.
All right, so go check that out. You can find our group. We are at Lake Erie APA here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. It's the Western Cuyahoga half. So you have Parma, you have Parma Heights, you have Strongsville, you have Olmsted, Ridgeville. Well, no, Ridgeville is Lorain, right?
Yeah, Ridgeville's Lorain.
All right, North Olmsted. So come check it out. Come out and play with us. Vinny and I play on Sundays. We play Double Jeopardy Legal on Sundays. We play both 8-ball and 9-ball. So, boys, what's going on?
Hey.
Yeah? How you like the live?
Yeah. How about this?
I know. It's nice, right?
Yeah. 2 weeks in a row.
I know. It feels weird, doesn't it? Like, just
a little bit. Just don't pick your nose as much. Yeah. Start sucking in a little more.
Well, I can't do that. If I do that, then my head gets bigger. So, Vinny, why don't you give us the rundown for today and what's going to go on today?
Sure. This is actually episode 61 for us. We'll usually start with shout-outs. We'll do the word of the day. Trivia. Bri, it's your turn for trivia tonight.
That's right.
And we'll do some tribe talk. We'll talk Browns. Fat Boy Tuesday coming up. We have the hot dog topper.
Yeah.
Super excited about that.
There's a reason behind that. We'll get into it here in just a second.
Top 3, we're going to do musical acts, either like bands or solo acts, solo artists, things like that. Finish things off with the word of the day, trivia answers, and we're going to thank everybody.
Oh, yeah. So Bri, you ready for shout-outs?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll let you go first, brother. I go first every week. You're going first. Come on, let's get it out.
That's a lot of pressure. You know what? Believe it or not, I don't have any shout outs this week. But since I got none, let me go to the default and I'll shout out the United States military and the men and women who keep us free and protect us, and men and women who are my heroes. So thank you all for what you do.
America Cup.
Yep. Love it.
Absolutely.
All right, Betty, you got any shout outs this week?
You know what? This past weekend, we ended up going out to Great Wolf Lodge for a special little birthday here in the family since I've been married now.
Ashland turned 10, right?
Ashland, yes, absolutely. Ashland
Ooh.
turned 10.
So did you guys do the whole swimming and everything? What else you guys get into?
Actually, there was a lot of really cool swimming stuff that they had available. There's like some leapfrog things on my Facebook page, I guess.
Your wife put it out.
Yeah. Did you see her go across at all? Did she have
no, her pictures did not go out.
No pictures of her. Huh?
No pictures of her.
Funny that.
Imagine that happening.
But no, they had some pretty cool water slides and stuff that we went down a couple different ways, a couple different times. So that was pretty cool.
Awesome. Anything else?
Actually, we did this really cool thing too, like Magic Quest.
What?
I know. You had to buy the wand for it.
Hold on.
Then you
what?
Yeah.
Brian, do you want to get Brian?
Yes, I have to know more about Magic Quest.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's get into it.
It's this pretty cool adventure thing that we ended up coming across, and you have to go like between 4 floors. You're running up and down stairs and stuff. Some things are timed events, so you have to get to some, like there's one event later on in the game, and you take your wand and you flash your wand at like a picture on the wall, and it'll say, hey, you get 50 gold, or you get this, that, or whatever, or you unlock certain secrets. It's supposed to, it's like timed out to be like a 4-hour event.
Oh, really?
Holy cow.
Wow, that's a whole day with the kids.
Just about. It's
all right, well,
absolutely insane.
Boys, we're packing up.
You could have just said Harry Potter and I would have got you.
But
I mean, it's all the same thing to me. Yeah, wands, broomsticks. Yeah, I got you. Vin. Harry Potter, I got you.
Thankfully, you don't have to like relate any words out, to cast a spell or anything.
Oh, no word of the day to confuse everyone?
Anything like that here,
you got to shout out the My Cousin Video word of the day.
Yeah, Gormandize to get through this checkpoint.
Yeah.
All right, so it's my turn for shout outs. And I got to shout out Top Dog Tailgate, Nats Tailgaters, Browns Fangirl, who just chimed in earlier, Always Positive J, Kevin Beard, the Browns Spider. We had Unique Brown out there. Craig Fountain was out there at the Top Dog Tailgate for the City Dogs of Cleveland. And dude, what Millennial Brown was there too. And what a great time it was. Brian, we had a blast out there.
We did, yeah. And on top of that, we made the Final Four in the Cornhole tournament.
Yes, we did. I'm going to claim we third because
okay, all right.
That first team, that was BS. They brought their own bags.
No thanks to me.
Well, we were supposed to do a live show from there, and they kept calling us up for cornhole.
Right.
I'm like, something, we're just here to have fun now.
Right.
And, got to shout out Nats Tailgaters for the food spread that they had. Also, the breakfast sandwiches, everybody else that helped out that day. We raised a lot of money for a good cause. Browns fans girl, she was amazing. She had name tags for everybody, so everybody knew who. It was nice putting faces with the names that you talk to on like Twitter and Facebook, and actually just mingling with them. It was really nice. And also got to shout out my wife for putting up with me that entire day.
Oh boy.
And Eve too. She is a saint. Saint. Because she came to pick me up. She got lost twice, and it took her like 71 going downtown. I'm like, honey, we're in Berea. We're not going downtown. So plus it didn't help that the kids were in the background just screaming. So, but the boys were actually really good there. They actually stuck around. They had a McThird sandwich, which, by the way, if you ever go, get a McThird because it is a egg, cheese, and ham McMuffin.
Egg.
Fantastic.
Is that off the menu?
No, this was
I've never heard of that.
This was at the tailgate. They made
Oh, I thought you were talking
breakfast
McDonald's.
sandwiches. Those things were amazing, absolutely amazing.
Sounds delicious.
And we'll get into the hot dog toppers later because Brian and I got our hands on some OBJ dogs from Matt's Tailgaters. Game changer.
Real good.
Changer. So, with our shout outs being done now, we got to get into, first off, my cousin Vinny's word of the day. So, Vinny, what is our word of the day?
All right. Today's
Don't, Brian, don't get excited.
I'm going to write it down. I'm going to write
heard
it down so I can
it,
look at it all
so you
show
can
long.
Google it. Google it.
No, I can't even because my phone's up there.
All right.
But I can at least look at it and think about it
told you
for
to
more
get
than
a
5
tablet.
seconds. Yeah, we're getting there.
All right.
Aleatory.
Aleatory.
aleatory. That's our word of the day.
Brian, I don't know if I like this segment of the show.
Yeah, I mean, hey, can we make a deal? If one of us gets it right, this segment is done and over with.
Wow, really?
No, we can't do that. I actually
Well,
love my cousin Vinny word of the day.
You know what?
Yeah, I love it, but it just makes me look dumber and dumber every single day.
Well, I was gonna say. I mean, you want me to choose some easier words?
No.
Yeah. Can we have like the
Here, wait.
redneck dictionary, like
Well, here.
initiate and
Here you go. I mean,
mayonnaise and I don't know.
here's the next day's word of the day. You ready?
Okay.
Oh, oops, wrong one. Okay.
Cataract.
Cataract. We don't-
Okay. All right.
Was that easier for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a whole week to
So-
Google it.
So we get two of them. So give us a hard one and an easy one. That work out, Brian?
Okay.
That'll be all right. I don't mind looking dumb. It's not the first time or the last.
All right.
I just figure it kind of ranks up there with your guys' trivia that you two do.
I know. And we're going to get into
Right.
Try and stump each other all the
Right.
time, you know?
Good transition there, Vinny.
good transition. It is Brian's turn for trivia. And guess what, folks? We got some new stuff for you today. You guys ready for this? Brian, you ready?
Let's do it.
All right. And our trivia is brought to you by Papa V at curbappeal419.com. All your landscaping needs, get a hold of him. He's on the west side of Ohio, but he is a family friend. He's come on the show a couple times with us. So look it up, get a hold of him. If you need any landscaping needs at all, get a hold of Papa V at curbappeal419.com. All right, Brian, give me that trivia. I'm ready.
Yep. Since we're in basketball season, I figured I'd give you another basketball one. So the Milwaukee Bucks fell down 0-2 to the Phoenix Suns.
Uh-huh.
So
Well, they
the
won
record,
game 3, right?
what's that?
They won game 3, I thought, didn't they?
They won game 3. Okay,
So,
but the record of the teams that fell down 0-2
uh-huh.
is 31-4. They've
Uh-huh.
only won 4 times in 35 tries. So I'm looking for the last team that fell down 0-2 that came back to win the series.
The last team to do it.
The last team to do it.
All right. I like it. All right.
Mhm.
All right, boys. Well, wow, Brian, that's a good one. I like it.
There have been 2 in our lifetime. I'll give you that.
Okay, I got you. All right. Well, we're getting into the show now. And Bri, I think you had some tribe talk, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Here,
you know
let me-
what sucks?
What?
You want to get into it or you want me to?
All right, tell me what sucks.
We went through hell for the past 2 weeks with the Indians, and they finally started to hit their stride, albeit against the Royals. And now we have this all-star break. So I'm curious where you're at with the Tribe. What do you want them to do? The trade deadline is fast approaching. Have you given up on them? Do you want to go full rebuild? Do you want to see more? Or do you think this team has a run in them?
So hold on. So they're 45 and 42?
45 and 42. Yep.
All right. So the last couple games they had a couple walk-offs with Fran Mill and Bobby Bradley. Some
Yep.
exciting games over the weekend. Then they got
And then
rained out the last one.
They smoked them on Saturday, like 14-6.
Yes, they did. But so the Nash tailgaters. Well, yeah, you gotta get some bats. I think with what's going on now with the Indians, they're finally starting to get somewhat healthy, especially their offense back. Now their pitching, they need to get their pitchers back, and as quick
Right.
as possible. But I think after watching these past couple games and the way the offense is kind of moving now, with you're seeing the lineup go with Cesar, with Hosey, with Franmil, with Bobby Bradley right there at the beginning of the order, and then Bebo, Roberto Perez coming through with a couple home runs and starting to swing good. I think they might have a run in them here towards the end, and I'm kind of excited about it. So you know something right now, I'm going to go, if you can find a cheap bat and get rid of, a couple of people that you don't need and get a cheap bat in here, or find somebody off of waivers that can kind of help out, especially an outfielder, because that's where you need the most depth at.
Yep.
I say go for it, because you know something, watching these past few games and the way this team has kind of came alive, especially offensive wise, with these guys getting healthy again and coming back in, with Fran Mill now coming back in, with Bebo coming back in. Please back now. I say let's see what happens. How do you feel about it?
I feel pretty similar to you. I'm not ready to buy yet, but last week everyone was ready to sell, and I'm still holding. I'm saying I saw the potential. We have Jose, we have Fran Mill coming back, and Bradley, who Fran Mill and Bradley look like two young, up-and-coming superstars.
Oh, dude.
So
when the Fran Mill crushed for the game winner,
yeah.
Oh, my Lord. Like, you saw him swing the bat. It reminded me of the old school days of Albert Bell. That's what it reminded me of. I mean,
Yeah.
did it not?
Yeah. It's a lofty expectation to get to Albert Bell, but the potential is there. Same with Bradley. And so if we can have three stud players, three stud bats with our pitching staff and with our bullpen, I wouldn't be so quick to start selling stuff off, because like somebody was saying, I think one of the Indians reporters the other day on the radio, this could be rock bottom for the Indians. And if rock bottom is 3 games over 500, I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you got to take it, right?
Yeah. And like we talked last week with Mike, I don't know if you'll ever be at the level, at least this year, of the elite teams, of the Dodgers. But you know what? Get yourself in the playoffs, get a run in you. And, if you catch fire at the end, you got pitchers. We saw in 2016, if you got the pitching staff, you can go a long ways. So
and all you need is a little bit of power in that lineup. And I really do think with Bradley and Franville now hitting 4 or 5, somebody's actually protecting Jose, which is even bigger, because they walked Jose that game. They walked Jose because they didn't want to lose, and Franville just crushed that thing.
So sweet.
So sweet.
So we're 45 and 42, and we have a big series coming out of the All-Star break. I don't know if it begins on Thursday or Friday, but we go, I don't know if we're on the road or at home against Oakland. And
I think we're on the road.
Okay. And we're maybe 5, 6, 7 games behind them in the wild card. So if we could take at least 2, if we could sweep them, that would be huge, because that would be some major ground that we make up on them, because Tampa Bay, I think, is the number 1 wild card team, and Oakland might be the number 2. So that's who we're really chasing. So we're like 6 games out of the second wild card. So if we can knock them down a peg or 2, I mean, we start getting Bieber back. We start getting Plesac more healthy. Yeah, who knows? They could make a run. I'm not ready to give up on them.
Yeah, I'm not ready to give up on them, because I really do think if they get a couple of these starting pitchers back, I think they can make a run. And I think it's going to be interesting. But like you said, coming out of the All-Star break, They got to come out like the way they went into the All-Star break against Kansas City.
Yep.
That
Yep.
offense has got to do something. All right. It
Yep.
can't be all the pitchers. But the great thing about this All-Star break is it gives your relievers some time to relax, recoup, get healthy. Same with your starters. And that bullpen has been a little bit shaky, but they've been worked so hard. So it gives them some extra time off.
Yeah. And
So-
if
Go
we can get, do you know what's the diagnosis for Savali and Bieber? How far out are they returning?
I know that Bieber is going to be like another week or two.
Okay.
And I know Savali got put back a little bit longer, but Savali should be back here within a couple weeks, and I think Bieber within 3 weeks. So we'll see. Hey, our boy Kevon said, "Welcome to the live world." There it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Kevin.
No
By the way,
cussing.
we need your help with calves here in a little bit, buddy. We're going to talk
Yep.
about this episode.
Yep.
But, how do you feel about, because All-Star game has started, right?
Right.
So they had the home run derby last night. The polar bear won the home run derby last night. If people don't know who that is, that is Alonso from the New York Mets. All right. And his actual paycheck this year, $656,000. And he just won the home run derby, $4 million. So
Oh, wow.
just swallow that in for a second.
Pretty cool.
Hey, Kevin, always here to help. I love our family, Brian. We have a great family, buddy.
Yeah, hell yeah. Love it.
So, how do you feel about the MLB All-Star and the All-Star game in general? Like,
Did you watch any of the home run derby last night?
I
'Cause
watched.
Did you?
I watched just because of Ohtani.
Yeah.
I really
I
did.
think a lot of people did.
And his batting practice, dude, he crushed one of those. He almost hit it out of the park, Brian. I thought it was out of the park. It was like 530 some odd feet. He
Yep.
crushed it. Like,
Yeah.
just watching him swing. And like he was talking, so there at the end, his very first, he got knocked out in the first round, I think it was.
Which
But-
looked pretty awesome on Sports Center this morning because I guess they tied after the first after the round, and then they went to overtime. They tied again, and then they went to like basically a shootout or something.
They did go to a shootout. Mike Holzheimer chimes in. Thank you so much, Mike. We'd love having you on our show also. Anytime that you have some news articles come out, let us know. We'll have you on, bud.
For sure.
But no, the one he kept looking at the pitcher going, speed it up. I need more home runs. Speed it up. And that guy was just throwing him like every 2 seconds. And he's just swinging. I'll tell you what, MLB baseball has a star on their hands, and they need to promote it.
Yeah.
They lost it with Trout, and I've never heard Mike Trout speak. Have you ever heard Mike Trout speak? I'm being dead serious.
I
The
think he
only
had a
time
Reebok commercial or something not too long
Subway.
ago.
Subway commercial is the only time I
Subway.
heard Mike Trout speak. That's it.
Right. And if that's what he wants to do, that's fine. But yeah, you got to promote your stars. And
This is a once in a generation player, Bri. This kid,
Right.
he's starting the All-Star game as a pitcher and leading off as DH. Think about that.
right. That's I put that up with things you think you'll never see again in sports. Like one of them for me was I never thought we would see a basketball player average a triple-double ever again because Oscar Robertson did it like 40, 50 years ago. And I thought, well, you just can't do it in these days. And then Russell Westbrook did it a couple times, I think, the last few years. And also, same thing with Ohtani. You thought you'd never see a stud pitcher also be able to hit bombs the way he does. And
Well, I mean, let's be honest. We should have had a pitcher for Cleveland come back.
CeCe?
No, the other one, Bartolo Colon.
Oh, no. CeCe, remember CeCe could hit?
Oh, I'm not saying he couldn't hit, but Bartolo could hit home runs.
Oh, yeah. Put that weight behind it.
Hey, it's
he
not
was
that
just-
hard. You just throw the bat out there, right?
Yeah, once in a while you hit a bomb. But Otani's on a whole different level
yeah.
than those guys. But what was cool to me was So did you watch it? Did you see, like, I heard Alonso hit 35 home runs in the first round.
Yeah. Like I
How
saw
long do they have to hit?
so it's 3 minutes to start out. If
Okay.
they hit a home run over, was it 475 or 450 or something like that,
Uh-huh.
there's bonus time. So there's a 30-second bonus time, but if they hit
Gotcha.
one home run over this amount of distance, they get a
Mhm.
minute instead of 30 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Technically, it's like 4 minutes of swinging. So it's I know.
That's unbelievable, though.
I
Still,
know.
35 home runs in 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. Brian,
Unreal.
I got to do this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I just checked. I got to thank Craig, Big Play Sports, Kevin Arnold, Big Play Cleveland, Big Play Dave. They have all retweeted, and Browns Fangirl. They have all retweeted our show on Twitter.
Cool.
This means a lot to us. It really
Yeah.
does. This is a coming out party for us. I mean, you've seen us live once a month, but this is where we're wanting to be at. So please, if you guys want to comment, come in. You guys can comment. We'll pull them up. We love the interaction with everybody.
Sure.
How do you feel about the actual All-Star game in general, though, Brian? What do you think about it?
I might throw it on today, but I don't know. Maybe
just
I'll
went
watch
tonight at, like,
5-10
7?
minutes of it. What's that?
What is it going 7:00 tonight?
Oh, is it? That would
I
be
don't know
great.
what it is. I don't know. I don't know exactly.
It's out in Colorado, so
Yeah.
I would think maybe 8 or
All right, 'cause
9.
again, our producer's on it, so he's on it.
Okay.
But-
I mean, everything, it seems like everything nowadays is catered to the West Coast. And
Well,
so
how
I
do you
just
feel that we
assume
have
start
two-
the
How do you feel that we have two Indians in there? Yeah, Hosey made it, and
Yeah.
Shane Bieber made it. Now Shane Bieber's obviously not pitching.
Yeah.
Would you want Jose playing in the game tonight?
You know what? I don't know if I care a whole lot either way, to be honest. I mean,
I don't want.
I guess if he doesn't, yeah, it's just another opportunity for him to get hurt. So
yeah.
I probably prefer that he doesn't play, but it could be good publicity for him.
All right, so let's go back to. I gotta find. Where's your list at, Brian? There it is. All right, so we're going to switch talk right now. We're going to go over to the Browns talk right now, Brian. All right, so you have. Let's see here. Do you really want to talk contract talk with Baker?
I do. You know what? So the next time we're on, which is in a week, we're gonna be within 5, 6, 7 days of training camp starting. So I feel like we talked to Jake a little bit last week about his opinions on his contract talk, but I never really talked to you much. Even this whole offseason, we haven't talked much about
No, we haven't.
what you want with Baker. And we got all these Pro Bowl players. Where do you want them to go with these guys? Likely they're probably going to have to cut one of them loose, but I'm just wondering where you think these guys' level of importance is for this team moving forward. Let's start with Baker. Are you sold? Give him a contract right now, 4 or 5 years, and whatever he wants.
You know something? I have been in the I have been in it's hard for me because I'm in this stage where let's see what this year would bring to him in Cleveland, because this is truly his second year.
Right.
Let's be honest. He's had Hugh Jackson. He's had Todd Haley. He's had Freddie Kitchens. He's had Greg Williams. He's had, you know what I mean? Like, you've had we've never seen Baker actually come back with the same coach, same offense, same everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had to do it on his own. And I went on the Browns table to do a little grinds my gears, because everybody talks system quarterback. Well, Baker's never had a system ever since he started. It has been a shit show for Baker. And you know something? It's our live show, so I could say it.
I was about to say, sorry, Mom, but go ahead.
It was the S word. It wasn't anything else vulgar.
Okay.
I'll try to stay away from the effins. All right. I said effing
Well
or
done.
freaking. But all right, and in Columbus, here we go. Baker, 4-year, 160 million. Chubb, 48 million. Stop messing around. All right. I
That'd be it.
totally I agree. My thing is though, is if you sign Baker now, it doesn't the way I see it, one, it's not our money. They're going to do whatever they want to do. They all like Baker. I get that. But if you sign Baker now, everybody's talking about a discount. 5 years from now, Baker's contract is going to look like a joke. And
Right.
you and I have talked about that. Because right now, you gave me like the top 5 quarterbacks that have like the highest contracts just right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what? Matt Ryan's contract's about to look like a joke.
Well,
Tannehill.
Aaron Rodgers, when they
Yeah.
gave Aaron Rodgers $32 million,
It's
you know,
about
he
to
was the
look like a
best
joke.
quarterback in the league, and now
And he
he's like
just
the
won
5th or
MVP.
6th.
Yeah, he just won MVP.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like the 7th person paid. Tom Brady has never been the highest paid quarterback.
Well, his situation's pretty different, being married to a supermodel and who
Well,
makes
hey.
probably several millions of dollars.
Brian, or maybe he just looks at it going, I want the rings.
Hey, it's worked out for him.
I mean, for us being where we're at in life, if somebody offered you a 5-year, $20 million contract, are you going to tell them no?
And that's something I maybe never understood. Like, what's really the difference between 37 million and 30 million? You know, your
Well,
team can be a lot better.
As the Replacements movie, you remember the Replacements?
I know the replacements.
You know what insurance costs on a Ferrari? It's other words behind that, but I'm holding it PG right now.
Well done. It's more of an ego thing, really, I think, because in all reality, you know, what's the difference for these guys making 150 million and 120 million?
Oh, I know.
You want to be one of the highest paid guys, and there was a report like 10 days ago that Baker's not going to give us a hometown discount. So he's out for, I don't want to say he's out for every last dollar, but I don't know. If he doesn't go over 35 million, I'd be surprised.
The way I see it is if you don't want to pay him right now, if you're still trying to figure out what Baker is, how about this? Completely fine. All right. You play your season. What is the difference between 32 million now and if he takes you to the playoffs next year or this fall, takes you to the Super Bowl, and you got to pay him 42 or 43 million? At that point in time, what does that matter to us? At least you know he is your guy.
Okay. So
I mean, right?
I'm pinning you to the wall. You're Andrew Berry. What are you doing? How much are you willing to offer Baker this offseason?
Whatever he wants.
Whatever. So 42 million here. Sign it.
42 million. Sign it. Be done with it because you know
Really?
something? 6 years later, it's not going to matter.
Okay.
I mean, I'm being serious because everybody's like, well, he's got to get in front of Lamar. We
Yeah.
got to do it before Josh Allen. Why? So they can set the market. If they set the market, Lamar might take $35 million a year. You never know. You don't know what these guys are willing to take and what their contracts are going to be.
Right.
So what does it matter? As long as we, as Browns fans, have our quarterback that we haven't had since Bernie, dare I say?
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. I mean, other
So
than the
what is
Brian
that,
Hoyer year, he was a
86?
stud.
So-
89, 90
89?
something. Yeah.
So 30 years?
Yeah.
Think about that. 30 years without a quarterback, and you're now going to question it after this kid came in his rookie year with a shit show of a head coach getting fired and an assistant coach coming in to coach him, and they still won, what, 6 games? 7 games?
Right.
The next year was even more of a shit show with the coach.
Right.
And then he gets a good coach and a good culture and a good system in, and he takes you to the playoffs.
So by you
He has
saying,
not, well, the reason why I say this, Bri, he has not gone 2 wins in 16. You know, he hasn't gone 2 and 14.
Sure.
He hasn't gone
Sure.
3. He has actually kept you at a winning pace and people deem him as a system quarterback, as Tannehill or as Cousins or as, something, as a Browns fans, are you guys really forgetting what you guys had to walk through to get to this point? Would you not want 7-9 or 8-8 or 10 like, you know what I'm saying, Brian?
Yeah.
Like, we've been horrible.
So you're
Pain.
you're thinking that because we've been so bad, and now that we have a quarterback who is above average, just give him whatever he wants so we can remain
Hold on.
like
You really
above
think,
average.
you think he's just above average?
I think he's above average. I, like a lot of people, would agree he's fringe top 10. I don't think he's top 5 right now. I'm not saying I don't think he can be, but if you're willing to give him a blank check, that's you saying you are 100% sold. This is Patrick Mahomes for you. This is the guy that can't miss.
That's the way I feel. You want to know
Okay.
why? Because if you put any of these quarterbacks, and we'll take Patrick Mahomes out because he's like once in a generation kind of guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
We both agree. And I've already argued about this. If you take one of these quarterbacks, other ones, and put them in with Hugh Jackson, Greg Williams, Freddie Kitchens, would that quarterback come out on the other side? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Because you and I both agree that when you're drafted into a culture and a system, right? No matter what system it is, no matter what culture it is.
Yeah.
And when Baker came in here, the culture was wrong for him. If Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen came into this shit show, you think they're going to actually be where they're at now? No.
Sure.
Lamar Jackson.
Sure.
Put Baker with Baltimore. Where would Baker be at if he was at Baltimore right now?
Right. And
It's
you're
so
absolutely correct in saying Baker has had a tougher road to get where we are at right now. He had to travel a lot further than Lamar Jackson did, than Josh Allen did. But as a Browns organization, you can't let the past affect the future. You have to look like we're in the year 2021 and what can they do for us going forward. And so for the most part, I'm with you, but flashback 2-3 years ago, people were saying the exact same thing about Jared Goff and Carson Wentz. So that's what scares me a little bit. I'm not saying I don't like Baker. I'm not saying Baker's probably going to go the way of those guys. I'm saying we just don't know. So I wouldn't go.
If you give this season, the only thing I don't want is what everybody else is bringing up. I don't want a Dak Prescott thing. I don't want we're going to franchise tag and we're going to do all this stuff. Make your damn decision. All right.
Right.
Either do it before training camp here, which is 2 weeks away, or do it after this season. But no matter what happens, your decision needs to be done. Because if he is not your guy, go out and find your guy then.
Right. And I have done kind of a 180 on this, to where in the past I said, well, yeah, maybe offer Baker a little bit of a low ball offer and see if he accepts it, to where now I'm like, let's get it done. Let's do it. I'm not saying let's give him a blank check like you are, but I'm ready to give him $37 up to $38 million. I think that's pretty good. And so, like you said, in a couple years, it'll look pretty good, this Baker deal. But man, I don't know if I can pay him more than Dak Prescott right now. Because Dak has proven that he can do it year in and year out. I know he's had a great offense around him, and he's had great coaches with him.
Hey, but also look what the offensive line did to him this past year.
Well, yeah, and that's where I think it's kind of ridiculous. For we talked last week about Tannenbaum saying that, well, Baker Mayfield is a system quarterback. Yeah, look what Dak Prescott did when nobody was healthy around him and guys were underperforming. He couldn't stay healthy. And so look what Patrick Mahomes did in the Super Bowl when guys couldn't stay healthy around him. So I think that's pretty ridiculous. But bringing it back to Baker, I give him 4 years, up to approaching like $40 million. and hopefully he accepts it. He's been a guy who's been known to bet on himself. So if Baker takes us where we think he's going to the Super Bowl, maybe win a Super Bowl, you're going to have to pay him at least 42, 43.
Yeah. And,
So-
so
Get it over with.
get it over with. $40 million, be done with it.
Yep.
I mean, right? I mean, that's. You gotta do-
It's
it
I
hurts.
don't know. I go
hurts,
back and forth.
It hurts, bro. Hey, but the good thing is, wait till training camp and see what happens, right?
I would like to get it done sooner rather than later, unless Baker and his team is very hard-headed and they say, yeah, 37, 38 is not good enough. Because 37, 38, you're a top 5 highest paid player in the NFL. And I don't know. We talked last week about how he had a great rookie year, and then he had kind of a down last year or down 2 years ago. And he was kind of a different quarterback the second half of last year. But if he continues to do that, the price is just going to keep going up and up and up.
Oh crap! I forgot the Open Championship is this weekend, Bri.
Oh, yeah. I didn't. Yeah. Not on our soil.
No, not on our soil, but
Not on my radar.
Hey, I love the Open Championship though.
Yeah.
All right,
Waking
so
up at 4 a.m. and having golf going.
Hey, we wake up at 4 in the morning anyways.
It's pretty awesome, though.
I
I'm just
know.
saying. Yeah.
All right, so you have, let's end the Browns talk here. You have the rank the importance to the team: Chubb, Baker, Ward, and Teller.
Yep. So let's take Baker out of it since we just talked all that about it.
All right.
So let's go Chubb, Teller, and Ward. What are you going to do with those guys?
All right, so for me personally, you got to re-sign Chubb.
Chubb's your number one priority.
Yes.
Okay.
Number two is Ward. Number 3 is
Mhm.
Teller.
Okay.
The reason why it's a coin flip between Chubb and Ward, because you and I have talked, to find a good shutdown corner, it's hard to do. And now, granted, Denzel has not been the healthiest, but we really don't have to. We picked up the 5th-year option with him, so we don't have to sign him this year. All right.
Right.
But Chubb, we got to sign this year. And you and I
Yep.
both talked. Chubb is a once in a generation talent.
Hall of Famer.
I really do believe.
Yeah.
I really do believe. Like, I think he is in that conversation.
Dude averaged 5.6 yards a carry last year. And, you
Did
know,
he average like 10 yards a carry in the 4th quarter?
yeah, something ridiculous like that. So all the inconsistency in the coaching staff that Baker's had to deal with and the offensive line, Chubb's had to deal with it as well. And he's been putting up Hall of Fame type numbers. I mean, to put up 5 yards a carry is unheard of. And
Yeah.
he's done it every year of his career. So I'm with you. Chubb needs to be the priority after Baker, even if you have to negotiate a little bit with Baker. We only have Chubb for one more year. So let's get
Yeah.
it done. You know, most of us believe he's not going to be out for the last dollar. So that's what makes your team special, is your running backs and your offensive line. So let's keep that going.
All right. So you have Chubb, Ward, and Teller also?
I have Chubb 1, and I flip-flop on Ward and Teller because, like we talked last week, Ward had a great year last year, and people were talking about him as being one of the best guards in the league. But they're
Teller.
already paying
Teller.
a guard.
Teller.
Yeah, yeah, sorry. Teller. And you talked about last week about paying 2 guards a ton of money. And
Yeah.
so does that really make sense? I don't know. It would be nice to keep that consistency in the offensive line, even though we might lose Treader after this year. But with Ward, I don't mind re-signing him, but I would probably prefer to wait until next year because you have Troy Hill for 4 years. You have Greg Newsome for 4, possibly 5 years if you want him. You have Greedy for 2 more years. And so what happens if Greedy and Newsome come out and ball out this year?
That's
You really want to be locked in to paying a corner $17 million a year. I think Ward is a top 10
Yeah, but those
cornerback.
guys, hold on, but those guys are still on a rookie contract, also though,
Yeah, right.
for a couple more years. You can make that decision later. Like if Ward doesn't pan out, it's not like you can't trade Ward away if he
But-
signs a contract. You know what I mean?
But it's not crazy. It's not absurd to think that that Greedy and Ward, or Greedy and Newsom, could be your two best corners this year.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying. Well, Greedy, I'm still suspect about.
Right, and a lot of people are, but the talent is there. I
Yeah,
mean, they were
but
talking about him as being a first rounder when he was coming out, and we were fortunate, like JOK this past year, we were fortunate to get him in the second round. So if those two guys play up to their potential, and they're, Ward, Greedy, and Newsom are kind of all on the same level, you're paying one of those guys $17 million a year. And on top of that, you're paying Hill quite a bit of money. So if it were me, I would wait another year on
All right.
Ward and
See
prove
what
that
happens.
he can be healthy and prove that he's far and away our number one guy because we're going to have to pay him top 5 cornerback money.
Yeah, I get you. Well, buddy, are you ready? Well, let's see here. Ed Columbus. Chubb is elite. Chubb behind Jim Brown. Ahead of Leroy Kelly. Best Browns running backs of all time.
It's very possible.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
Mhm.
All right, Bri. Well, you know something? We're here at the show. You ready? Now,
Yeah.
This is our first time doing this live. You ready, buddy?
Okay.
And now it's time for Fat Boy Tuesday.
It is definitely time for Fat Boy Tuesday, and let me bring up our Fat Boy Tuesday. All right, so Fat Boy Tuesday, we had a great time out at the Top Dog Tailgate with Nats Tailgaters, Top Dog Tailgate, Western Summit, and the City Dog of Cleveland's. And we got this from them, the OBJ Dog, which Nats perfectly told me how to set it up. You put ketchup on yours, though, correct?
I do, but I didn't on this one.
You didn't on this one.
Do you
So-
want to run down like the whole spread before we get to the OBJ dog? Maybe tease it a
So-
little bit.
Okay, so the whole spread, they had cookies, they had corn salsa, they had burgers, they had tortilla chips. What else did they have?
The MVP, other than the OBJ dog for me, was the Rice Krispies with peanut butter and like chocolate over top them.
Never had. I didn't even see.
Oh
them.
no!
No, I didn't.
Oh
get
yeah, it's like peanut butter Rice Krispie treats,
Oh, get out of
but
here!
it has peanut chocolate over top them, and yeah, very
Oh,
good.
I'm so jealous of you. I
That
didn't even
sounds
see them.
amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even.
Yeah.
Benny's
Oh, I
back.
can't believe you never had them before.
No, I never even seen them there. Like,
yeah.
there was nothing left when I got up there. I saw the corn salsa. By the way, whoever made that corn salsa, please hit me up on Twitter at I am that fat guy. I need that recipe because that was my hands down some of the best salsa. I actually took it home with me, Bri. That's how good it was. Like
That's what I heard.
they were like, "Oh, what are we going to do with this?" I'm like, "I'll take it. I'm still eating on it. I don't care. I'm not ashamed of it." All right, but they had a great spread, and it was all day, like from noon till 6. I mean, you had
Mhm.
everybody there. You had Cleveland Spider was there. You had Unique Brown was there. You had Brown's Fangirl was there. Jay was there. Kevin Beard was there with us. Kevin brought his son. Millennial Dog was there.
Yeah.
We had a blast with everybody. And there's
met-
Lil.
Yeah,
Lil's
there's Lil. Yep. Speaking of rescue dogs, there's Lil.
There's Lil.
Yeah, we met Millennial Browns fan. Jose
Yes.
was awesome.
Yes, he was. We also met Brown's Fangirl. She was
Mhm.
amazing with the name tags. I never laughed so hard with that girl. She's something special. I love it. I love it. Like conversations we had that I cannot have on here were amazing.
And you won the 50-50, I understand.
I won the 50-50.
Congrats.
I took my money back and donated the rest to the City Dogs of Cleveland.
Awesome.
So I got my money back out of it, and I said it's all you guys. So, but we're now into the OBJ dog. You
Yep.
ready, Brad? So this OBJ dog, you get a hot dog, and I don't know where they got their hot dogs from, and I need them to comment Where's Nat's tailgaters? Oh, yep. There's Chris Span. Fatty, you look formal, but you're here to party.
The
Oh.
human mullet.
No, I need a mullet. You think I'd look good with a mullet, Brian?
Absolutely.
That's what I thought too.
Without a doubt. I'll cut your hair for you.
Well, we could do that. Yeah, we'll do it. I'll do it. I'll start working. No, because the wife will kill me.
Oh, yeah,
Wife will kill
probably.
me. We
Well,
gotta-
she liked the mustache, though, didn't she?
No, she hates the mustache. She hates it with a passion. Oh my god,
Mine
she hates it
too.
with a passion.
Mine, too.
But hey, we got. By the way, for Halloween, we have a special show coming up for Halloween, and I can't wait for it. So we're teasing that now, like 5 months in advance.
Are we
So-
dressing up?
We're dressing up.
Nice.
You know what we're dressing up as?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Oh no.
Yes, you do.
Shoot.
Yep.
The
So just be
super
ready.
fans?
Be ready. Be ready. All right. So
All right.
the MPJ dog, got to find out where their hot dogs are from. But they had 2 crock pots in there, Brian. One crock pot, Louisiana hot sauce.
Is that what it was? The Louisiana?
Yep.
That's
Because
good.
Odell Beckham is from LSU. So you take your hot
Oh,
dog,
right.
you throw that thing in that hot sauce. You actually throw it in there. You dunk it, throw it, leave it in there,
Yep.
whatever you want to do. Pull it out, stick it on your bun. Next crock pot, relish, bacon, onion, jalapeno. And you
No,
just
no pickles. It was just
pickles.
bacon,
Bacon,
jalapenos.
onion, jalapeno, and the other
Yep.
crock pot smeared
So
on top.
So good.
Hands down, one of the best hot dogs I've ever freaking had.
Absolutely.
I mean, Bri, I mean, it was like top 3.
Yep. Without a doubt. Yep.
I showed Vinny the pictures of it. Vinny's upset that he had to go to a birthday party and did not have that hot dog.
Let's do it at the ham tailgate. First ham tailgate, we're stealing it.
All right, we can do that.
Do you know who came up with that?
That was Captain Weber from oh, there it is. Nat's Tailgates. We have Halloween Party Tailgate with costume prizes. Oh, I can't wait. Onion, bacon, jalapenos. All right, so next.
And the Browns
People, we
play
got the hot dogs
on
here.
Halloween,
I need
don't
the hot
they?
dog.
Yeah. I think the Browns play the Steelers Halloween this year.
Yes, they do. So it's going to be a special time. Should we
Okay.
do a special show for that?
Before the game, after the game would just be
While we're tailgating? We'll see. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned.
Okay.
We have
Well,
other stuff going on, but just stay tuned.
I was gonna make a Roethlisberger joke, but I'll keep it
Nope,
highbrow
we
here.
cannot do that. We gotta keep it above.
Yeah,
gotta
I
keep it
will.
above. Come do it live from our tailgate. There it is. Nat's Tailgaters. It was such. By the way, they had jerky there too, Brad. Did you have some of the jerky?
No, I didn't see the
Oh, the
jerky.
jerky was good too. I'm not gonna lie. But we gotta get into our. We gotta get into the hot dog toppers.
Let's do it.
This was you. So now, what do you mean by hot dog toppers?
So, we wanted to talk maybe about it for the 4th of July show, because that's 4th of July is usually hot dog central.
Yeah.
But I'm just curious, and you said you put whatever you want on hot dogs. What do you put on a hot dog? Does it matter? Like, I go to a golf course, and at the turn, I'll always get a dog. Usually, they just have like relish and onions on there, and I'll put a little onions, a little ketchup, a little ballpark mustard. But if I'm getting a little fancier with it, I like the Coney sauce on there. I'm not a huge fan of chili on there. I prefer the Coney sauce.
Okay.
But bacon, cheese, whatever, give it all to me. Even coleslaw. I'd try coleslaw on there.
Oh, cool. All right. I'll tell you about hot dog toppers here. I'm going to let Vinny get in on this right now.
Yeah.
Vinny, get hot dog toppers. What do you like, bud?
I got to admit, just about anything you can put on a hot dog.
That's the way I am.
Really?
yeah, really. It
There's
doesn't make much
there's
of a
nothing.
difference.
So, like at a golf course, now most golf courses I went to don't have the stadium mustard. They just
Yeah.
have regular yellow. So I'll do the onion relish and the yellow mustard.
Right.
Okay.
All right. But like you said, I love the Coney sauce. I love Everything. Oh, Chicago peppers. There's another
That's
one.
what I was going to ask you. Yeah, about a Chicago dog, because I've never had a Chicago dog.
Need a mullet to go with the shirt. Thank you, Justin. All right. No, so like me, so now West Virginia is known for their hot dogs.
Yep.
All right. Now Hope got me on this. They have a Coney sauce with their coleslaw, but their coleslaw is a little bit different than like the normal coleslaw we're used to
Hmm.
because it's like a chopped coleslaw, but it's like a more sweeter coleslaw.
Okay.
So it's almost like the Coney sauce and the coleslaw can kind of mix together.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But like dude, anything on a hot dog, I don't care. Now, the one thing I will say, do not do ketchup on a hot dog.
No,
I swear to God.
you're one of those guys.
I do not put ketchup on a hot dog. Ketchup does not belong on a hot dog. I put mustard. Hold on. I put mustard, spicy mustard. I put that's tailgaters with me. There it is.
You snobby elitist
Why?
saying you can't put ketchup on a hot dog. Give
You
me a
know,
break.
there's only certain things I put ketchup on. Hot dog is not one of them. Even a burger I'll eat ketchup on it. Will I put it on myself? No. I like mustard. I'm a mustard fan.
Wow.
I
I
know,
don't even
I'm
know
sorry,
you.
Hmm.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
even know you.
Now,
That's
what,
messed up.
what are some of the things that you won't eat on a hot dog, Bri?
Well, so
You're
I'd be
more-
remiss.
We are over here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring up Happy Dog in downtown Cleveland. I've never been there. Yep, but they have a stand at the Indians games, and yeah, I was gonna say Fruity Pebbles, but I think you're right, Fruit Loops.
I think it's Fruit Loops. I got
and yeah, and I'm pretty sure they also have a dog that has peanut butter on it.
Oh yeah, I'll eat that all day.
I would eat it, but I mean, would you recommend it? Would you does that sound good to you?
Yes.
Peanut butter.
Yes. I've had peanut butter on a hamburger before.
So you're
I eat
cooking
peanut
hot
butter
dogs
on
tonight.
pickles.
You're putting peanut butter on it?
To try it out, see how well it tastes? Sure, why not?
You're welcome then. Go ahead and try that.
All right.
Bri, do you still worry about the meat to bun ratio? I know it goes back a little ways.
That goes
not
episode
right. Yeah, yeah. That goes back to the original debates. What started Fat Boy Tuesday. I'm
No, now
not as
that we're
concerned
live-
about.
Hold on. Now that we're live, we might have to do that again.
We probably do, yeah, because that's a real thing.
I know
Um,
it's a real thing.
But I'm not as concerned about the meat to bread ratio as I am like a good hot dog bun can take it to the next level.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah, pretzel
like you get a
You have
pretzel bun, a
Or the
brioche
brat
bun.
buns from Ballpark. The Ballpark brat bun. Oh my god,
Yep.
those things are amazing too.
Yeah, it's an important thing, but yeah, it's not as important as like a sandwich or a burger is.
Now, are you like pro relish? Like, are you
No, I'm not a pickle guy, so I don't do relish at all.
okay? Wow.
That's one thing I won't.
So,
I probably
Not even
won't do.
sweet
I'll
or
eat it.
no relish. Hold on.
Yep.
Steelers need ketchup when they play Cleveland, especially at Heinz Field.
Yeah,
Here it is.
it has to be Hunt's.
Steelers
It has
are-
to be Hunt's ketchup. Yeah, get
Yeah,
the
yeah,
get the
there it
Heinz
is.
out of here.
See? This is why I love a live show right here because of this right here.
Without a doubt. I mean, you can't if you're eating Heinz ketchup, you're not a real Browns fan.
All right, so you're a Hunt's or generic.
Yep.
All right, I still can't believe you like ketchup. Like I know you love mustard too.
I love anything. I've eaten ketchup on my wife a couple months ago. Couldn't believe because she just likes the plain potato chips. I put ketchup on plain potato chips sometimes.
Really? I do mustard on plain potato chips.
You're a monster.
Hey, I'm all right with that. Hey, that's why they call me the fat guy.
That's true. All right. Well done.
Hey, I ate a burger called the dumpster burger. Remember that?
I thought it was the garbage burger.
Yeah, it's close enough. It's all the same.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's the same burger. I'm talking about the same thing you're talking about, huh?
Sure. Garbage,
Okay.
dumpster. I'll eat it.
Garbage, dumpster, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trash.
Trash. All right. So we have got to get into our. We're ready for our top three, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. No, we don't have a sponsor for our top 3, but Bry came up with the top 3 musical acts. Oh,
Yep.
there it is. Now, Justin, hold on. Before we're going back to Fat Boy Tuesday, Mustard put it on cons, and Bry, you've had cons now.
I have.
All right, salt and vinegar chips. Put mustard on. Justin, I have a bag of the salt and vinegar chips downstairs. Guess what I'm having tonight? Thank you for reminding me, buddy.
So you know what's funny about cons? You bought, I think, 2 bags for me to try.
Yes.
Do you remember this?
Yes.
And when I tried them, I had COVID, so I couldn't taste them really that much.
I gotta get you more.
Do you remember that? So I'm gonna have to do it again.
Columbus, I love it. Cons
Let's
are
do
great.
it.
I'll get you some more.
I've seen them,
All right.
but I haven't bought any since then.
All right, so Brian, you wanted top 3 musical acts, right?
I do. Yep. I think you can tell a lot about somebody, but based on what kind of music they listen to. And I got to be honest, I have no idea where you guys are going to go with this.
All
So
right,
I'm
you go
very
first.
interested in hearing.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, this is your show. You wrote out
Okay.
everything.
I think mine are a little predictable because I've mentioned them in the past. That I'm a huge, very big country music fan. So all of my top 3, and I kind of cheated a little bit because
Brian,
I couldn't narrow it down to 3.
You can't see the comments right now. I want you to know how good Cons is before you start your top 3.
Okay.
Justin, when he was up in February of 2020, bought 28 bags of Cons and took it back with him down to Kentucky. He still has 3.5 bags left.
Wow.
That's
Hey.
how good Cons is. By the way,
Kudos to you for having the self-discipline, because if I bought 28 bags, they'd be gone in 28 days.
touche. Thank you, Justin. All right, go ahead, Brian. Top 3 musical acts. Let's
Yep. All right. So my number 3 is a tie. I have 2 at number 3, and I'm gonna read them off because they're the country music acts that I kind of grew up with, and I still listen to, but they're kind of older. So I'm going Toby Keith, and I'm going
Ooh.
Joe Diffie. Those are my guys.
3-2.
That's a tie at 3, and
Tie at
then I
3.
got a tie at 2.
All
So
right,
it's basically a
tie at
top
2.
5.
All right,
It's a
this is
pseudo
like
top 5.
35. All right. Top 2.
So my number 2s are more current, and
Okay.
they are Justin Moore and Eric Church. Eric Church probably put on the best concert I've ever seen at Quicken Loans Arena a couple years ago, and fired up. And my number 1 is probably one of the easiest number 1s that I've had, just because this group is basically like a soundtrack to my life. I love them. When my brother and I get together, and my cousins and I get together, we kind of sing them and listen to them and have a good old time when we've had a few more. And that's Montgomery Gentry.
Oh, I thought you were going to
I love them.
Flats.
No. And unfortunately, we lost Troy in a helicopter accident a couple years ago, and I had tickets to the show 3 days after he passed away. So
Oh,
they won't be making any more music together, but I still love the greatest hits, and I listen to them all the time.
Vinny, do you want to go next, or you want me to?
No, I'll go next. Sure.
All right, go ahead, buddy. Number 3.
To be honest with you, I listen to everything. I listen to everything from classical to country, rock, hard rock, everything. I personally, I guess I don't really listen to too much rap here or there, but I do enjoy a lot of rap music still. My top 3 kind of mainly consists of more of the rock and more hard rock, metal and stuff. Five Finger Death Punch actually comes up at number 3. The number 1 station I usually listen to is WMMS. So a lot of times, so I will hear Five Finger Death Punch on there. Always end up hearing Metallica. That's my number 2.
Yeah.
And number one, because I was actually able to go to, it was like one of my first concerts that I was able to go to was AC/DC. So I love.
Not bad.
There's
All
like
right, there it is.
every
Well, who
AC/DC
doesn't love
song
AC/DC?
for the most part. You know,
So we have Justin chiming in. He had ACDC, Megadeth, and Billy Joel. Wow, that is awesome.
Okay.
yeah, I
And-
love Billy Joel too. Absolutely.
And Ed Columbus brought up my top 3 musical acts from Cleveland: Eric Carmen,
Yeah.
Machine Gun Kelly,
yeah,
and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah. Oh, love Bone Thugs.
yeah,
So hey,
pure Cleveland acts.
all right.
Cleveland is the city.
So I'm like Vinny. I listen to everything and I love everything. So I'm going to do this first off for my dad. My number 3, Doobie Brothers.
Oh yeah,
My dad, when I was growing up, had a band called China Grove, and they played Doobie Brothers. They played everything else. So I gotta go Doobie Brothers. I mean, you can't go wrong with a little bit of Doobie Brothers, just to relax and having a good time.
Mhm.
Sure.
All right. My number 2, Bruno Mars.
There you go.
Wow.
No matter what happens with Bruno Mars, when Bruno Mars comes on, I get happy. I start dancing. I'm having a good time.
You get that feeling inside your bones.
I get that feeling inside my bones.
You know, it's
Is
really
that Bruno
funny,
Mars?
actually. I went to a concert with my now wife and her mother, Engelbert Humperdinck,
Yeah,
and he's very good fans of with Bruno Mars.
good
And-
friends.
Yeah, good friends
Yes.
with. Help bring him up in
Yeah.
the ranks and everything, and he did one of their songs too.
Oh,
He
that's
did,
awesome.
and it was fantastic. I loved it. It was great.
So, and my number 1, and this is going back to my childhood, sort of. It's like mid 20s,
Mhm.
Linkin Park. Now, Linkin Park won't
There you
put
go.
out anything else, but I love Linkin Park, and I've been to Ozfest. I've been to a lot of concerts, and mostly I'm a rock guy. But lately, as I get older, I actually like the acoustic breakdowns of songs. I really
Sure.
do. Like, I'll listen to Sundays here in Cleveland. 102.1 has
Mhm.
Acoustic Sunrise, comes on at like 8 o'clock. I love listening to that because that actually shows me what an artist is. Because if you can break down a song and do it acoustic wise, it's amazing. And I love the reason why I love it, Bri, is I grew up that way because
Sure.
my grandmother would play the piano, my cousin plays the acoustic guitar. Just hearing that from my family, I love acoustic.
Cool.
All right, so now we got to get into. Good Lord, here we go. Let's get into my cousin Vinny word of the day.
Oh yeah, I wrote it down.
Yeah, all right. What was it, Vinny?
Aleatory.
There's the word. I'll play it again for you.
Aleatory.
Aleatory. Did I spell it before too? I
No,
never
it
remember if
doesn't
I did
matter.
that.
I'm going to go with an alien bathroom because
An
I
alien
just,
bathroom?
alien.
Oh, nice.
Right? See, alien
Nice.
bathroom.
Aliens Laboratory. All right.
So, Vinny or Bri, we know what a cataract is. By the way, you know what takes care of that? Weed.
I was when I first heard it, I'll go with it's like a derivative of alienate
Oh,
to kind of
so he thinks
Keep
it's
someone-
alienate. All right, I like it.
isolated.
Vinny, quickly.
The definition: depending on an uncertain event or contingency as to both profit or loss, relating to luck or especially bad luck, characterized by chance or by indeterminate elements.
Huh.
So, yeah, it's one of those weird words. If you're a gambling type, chances are good you've come across it in your travels. Yeah, there's a really long explanation about it. So,
Yeah, we're not.
if you
gonna
want to
do that.
listen to it or you want to hear about it, that actually came up as July 9th, 2021, Merriam-Webster's Dictionary.com. So
Okay,
go
we got next
more
week.
about that word.
Yeah. All right. So, boys, we are here at the end of the show. Justin, Ed in Columbus, Nats Tailgaters, Browns Fangirl, Big Play Dave, BigPlay.com, Kevin Arnold, everybody that has tuned in, retweeted Craig. Craig did it too. Everybody that has tuned in, retweeted, and helped us out through this entire time to get us to this point. I want to thank all of you. Also, want to thank our troops, our first responders for everything you guys do. Because if it wasn't for you, Brian and I couldn't do this.
Sure.
Let's be honest. We are living our dream because other people are making a sacrifice for us. So, Brian, we're here at the end of the show. Why don't you give them God bless?
How about I give them a trivia?
Oh, I forgot about the trivia. Crap. Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's your answer?
Yes.
You're damn right.
Yes, it is.
Freaking Cleveland Cavaliers. Don't you ever forget that.
Hold on. Let's go. So the trivia was I'm sorry, Brian. I forgot about
That's
the
okay.
live show. Live show.
It was basically a shout out to the Cavs and their greatness and how much the
Because
Warriors suck.
It was our championship time.
Yep. That's what it was. Now, okay. So you got the Cavs, which was a little easy. Can you name maybe the team that did it before the Cavs in our lifetime, post 2000?
Mavericks.
Good guess. It was actually the flip of that series. It wasn't the Mavericks beating the Heat. It was the Heat beating the Mavericks.
Oh,
In 2006.
Damn.
Shaq Daddy.
I was close. I was close.
Not bad.
I was thinking LeBron with the that's all right.
Not bad.
All right, so now will you give him a God bless?
I will. God bless you. God bless America.
Vinny, why don't you give him a good night?
Hey, have a good night, everybody.
People, thank you for viewing our first ever live show. I really do appreciate it. I am that fat guy, and as we always say here on our show, we are uncorked, unloaded, and we're out. Thank you.
Have a good night.